a lot of times the scam victims themselves do not believe they are victims.
I know that it was happening. I didn't know how severe it actually is. Then after that, I found out that it's severe. It seems more, it's like your eyes open, you know. Now, everywhere I go, I guess that's a scam, that's a scam, that's a scam.
The whole call went like this, like, hello, Cheng, hey, this is my new number. Then the natural response is like,
Who's this?
who are you?
Yeah.
And like, you don't know me, you don't know me. they do this, bro.
Hello guys, and welcome to a brand new episode of Chatterbox. I'm Zaki, the host, and today we're going to talk about scams in Singapore and around the world. And with me, we have three special guests.
Hi guys, my name is Cheng. I'm a musician, and a fun fact about me is that scammers like to call me.
Hi everyone, my name is Rosie. I'm a superintendent of police with the SPF in the Scams Public Education Office.
Hi, my name is Eileen. I am a documentary filmmaker and I make documentaries about scams. And this is Zaki and he needs no introduction.
Wow, thank you. By the way, I'm a content creator, got nothing to do with scam. I only did one sponsored post about scam. That's all about it. So I'm here to learn also. So we're going to play a game called Fact or Cap.
Fact or cap?
Fact or Cap. Are
You know what's
familiar?
cap? Cap is something that is a lie. That means it's not a fact. Correct, right?
Correct. The first one, Fact or Cap. Total number of scam cases in Singapore doubled across 2023. Fact or cap?
Fact.
And the answer is everybody correct.
Hey.
Everybody correct. Fact. The overall number of scam cases increased from 13,576 in the first half of the year to 22,339. What? In the first half of 2023. Rosie, what's your thoughts about this? I know you have insider info, right?
As you've mentioned, I think if this was a company, they'll be doing very well. And scammers, basically, it's a business model to them. At the end of the day, they are casting their net wide is to make the money from the victims.
Older generations are more likely to be scammed in Singapore. Fact or cap?
Okay.
Fact or cap? Why? Okay, let's start with you first. Why do you say it's a fact?
Because I honestly think, right, like digital, social media and stuff, right, more older people are buying things online, but the thing is that they don't know how to go about doing it. So one SMS, one new thing come, they will just think that it's actually true. Like with the shop in front, and then they say that, oh, maybe you win some prize or something like that. That's what I think lah.
I love the explanation, but unfortunately, it's cap.
No.
It's okay, man.
Can you explain a bit this phenomenon?
Yes.
73% of our scam victims are actually youths all the way to young and working adults. So that's really the bulk. Largely speaking, because they are digital natives, they tend to have a certain level of overconfidence of how to navigate the space. They believe that they can see the signs, but sometimes I think in time pressure situations, when there's a good deal, there is a limited offer, they take that opportunity, and that's where they're more likely to fall prey
That's true.
to falling victim. For the senior folks, if they lose money, they lose a lot of money. They have CPF, they have investments that they have that the scammers will want them to cash out. So when they lose a lot more money in terms of monetary loss.
The next one, quite easy. Scammers are generally of the older age group.
How is this easy, bro?
Yeah, this is not. How would we know
How
who's
is that
behind?
easy, bro?
I'm going to say cap because my guess is you have to be very enterprising, you have to be smart with the digital stuff, you have to be on your toes. So I'm just going to guess that they are not that old.
I'm gonna go with yes though.
Older?
Yeah, personally I received the phone call scam.
Right.
So I feel like the other party, they
They
sound
sound
quite old.
old.
They sound quite old.
Really?
I can't really tell. I generally think we cannot generalize to just say one age group is potentially more likely to be scammers over another age group. Well, that's ages, that's for one.
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
but I think the second thing is both of you make very, very valid points, right? You need to be savvy and you need to be able to convince. And these characteristics can go both ways.
Cap.
Oh really?
16-year-old suspect was among 9 people arrested for their suspected involvement in a recent spat of malware scams targeting Android mobile users.
Oh.
They can be anything.
They can be anyone.
They
Can
recruit
be
young
anyone.
people. Efforts to prevent scams such as the Anti-Scam Command successfully prevented potential scams. Fact or cap? fact, bro. Actually, the numbers are not bad.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, there we
Anti-scam
go.
command, I give you. Which was set up in March 2022. So how many years? Two years.
Okay, I have no idea.
Froze more than 9,000 bank accounts.
Oh, wow.
In the first half of 2023, the anti-scam command worked with this bank staff to identify more than 800 unsuspecting victims to prevent potential loss of $5 million.
Wow.
A lot of times the scam victims themselves do not believe they are victims. They choose to believe that what's happening to them is real. The person that they have met online, that they have had a relationship so-called over the last couple of months is real. So a lot of times, even if we try to intervene at these stages, we do face a certain level of resistance, we do face a certain level of distrust that, you know, what we are saying is true. So that's why I think if we can achieve a certain number, I mean, that's a start.
Okay, next question. Most Singapore residents who were scammed were targeted by scammers operating within Singapore. Unfortunately for you, Cap. Apparently, there's a Taiwan Family Mart employee who saved a Singaporean, a Singapore postgrad student from love scammers overseas. Wow, they go all the way there, want to find love, kena scam also. Want to find love also kena scam?
Yeah, so this is an unfair question because I made a documentary about scams, and when we trace it back, right, the headquarters are actually not in Singapore, they are overseas.
It also explains the next one, you know. There's a police advisory on staged kidnapping cases orchestrated by fake China government officials. This is huge
Wow,
stuff,
it's huge, man. Yeah. I didn't even know about this.
Yeah.
Like, oh my.
For China government official scams, this is one type of variant. In Singapore, we see a lot of people being scammed on government official scams, where the police supposedly will call you and say you're involved in a certain case, a certain investigation that's ongoing against you, transfer your money to this bank account so that you can aid in investigations. Please do not do that. Police will never ask you for money. They will never ask you to transfer money to bank accounts in such a manner.
Job scam is the top type of scam experience in Singapore. Fact or cap? Wow, everybody correct. Yes, apparently about $20 million were lost to job scams in May 2023. These scams offer fake jobs opportunities involving online purchases. However, in 2022, phishing scams were the most common type of scams. So before that year, phishing scams, with around 7.9 thousand cases reported. Job scams also represent a prevalent form of fraud in the country, with over 6.49 thousand cases reported.
They basically say, okay, you will receive a commission from purchasing this product. So you put in money first, and then after once or twice, they will give you a commission. So you do get your payback, right, with your commission, and you're like, oh, this is legit. Okay, then they'll start to tell you, oh, purchase a bigger ticket item, and you put in more and more money. And when you do that, then they'll start finding excuses and reasons to say, oh, why the money cannot be returned to you, or they will just lose contact with you.
That was the icebreaker, by the way. It felt more like a...
Not just the ice, everything's broken.
Everything's broken. Okay guys, all the ice has been broken. Too much, it become water already at this point. So I'm going to ask them a bit more nitty-gritty topic about scam. Can you all share a bit of your personal experience or encounter with scam in Singapore that left an impact on you? Maybe we can start with Cheng.
Last year, I received a phone call, like just in the office. Me and my girlfriend were working in the office. Then I received a call, and at that point in time, I thought it was just one of my customers, right? Because doing online sales, and I was just talking to this customer online for 2 hours, and then after that, we didn't talk. Suddenly, the phone number called me, and then he sounded like my customer. Like I personally know this guy. The whole call went like this, like, hello, Cheng, hey, this is my new number. Then the natural response is like,
Who's this?
who are you? And like, you don't know me? You don't know me? they do this, bro. And then like, it forces you to say out a name. Then I just say his name lah. Then he straight away say, yeah lah, correct lah. Yeah lah, you just say my number lah. After that, my girlfriend was like, my mother received a similar phone call like this also. Then I was like, something is just wrong, right? So I texted my customer. I said, did you just call me just now? Then he said, no, I'm busy working, how to call you, right?
For me, it's a very different story because I was making a documentary and I had to investigate and research on scams. So we had to have like a beautiful girl profile, which is me, but another face. And I had to play this profile whereby I'm a beautiful singer, rich, because they want money. So I need to show them that I have the money. All this to bait them to invest time into me to try to scam me. And I think at one point I had like 5 or 6 boyfriends online.
Wow.
no.
And I got 2 in the end, where they tried to send me links to investments, and they tried to emotionally corner me to actually put money into this platform. So then what I did after that was I took these platforms and the bank account number and all, and I reported it to Carousel, and then they went to handle it by collaborating, by closing down the bank accounts, and by trying to put down their website.
Oh, what's the documentary so people can watch also?
It's called Grey Matters.
Grey Matters.
Yeah.
From my personal experience, however, I also receive scam calls. But what has happened is I've been added to chat groups.
WhatsApp, right?
Random WhatsApp chat groups.
Oh.
Same.
Same.
Have you guys experienced that?
Yeah.
I would highly recommend immediately block and report. So just block and report to WhatsApp or Telegram platforms.
Instagram also I kena.
Instagram
Oh,
as
is it?
well?
Oh,
they-
yeah.
group.
Yeah.
So you guys got any close ones that got affected or not by scams?
Luckily, they aren't big amounts. Like, that means a few $100s, and they immediately stop because they realize that something is wrong. I think the worst is those when I've done documentaries and talked to scam victims. The worst are the ones that got scammed like 300K, 500K.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's no joke. It's their life savings and their life work. But the
HDBs,
worst part of it is the emotions after. Like, they feel cheated, they feel down, they feel guilt, they feel like they call themselves stupid. And they keep wondering what happened between them and the other party, the scammer, thinking that it was all a lie.
Right.
And they feel betrayed.
I think the worst ones that I've seen is really the retirees that have lost their life savings.
Oh.
And it's very unfortunate because they're like 70, 60 plus. And you know, they're getting ready to retire. You should be relaxing, you know, winding down. But I think the scammers take that opportunity to actually wipe out their life savings, and it's very, very unfortunate.
If you guys were to fall for any scam, you know yourself well, what is the kind of scam that you guys will fall?
Mine is the personal one, confirm. Mine is
hey, how long-
the personal relationships. The one that is like, you know, I know you, I hang out with you long time. I think being a nice person, I guess that's the easiest one that I will fall into.
I don't know. I actually can't tell at this point what I would really fall for. I guess I'm too skeptical about all of these things these days. Yeah.
It's better to be
That's good.
on the side of caution. It's very possible that anyone can fall for scams, even police officers. I think every time that we are in a situation where there is a certain time urgency, the most important thing is to really just tell yourself, slow down. What's happening here? Ask yourself that. In that 5 minutes that you take the time to just disengage and think about the situation you're faced with, gives you enough time to actually realize, hey, this is actually a scam. But I would like to caution about downloading of applications that are not from the official sources, like not from the official Play Store or Apple Play Store, because these are the applications that could potentially wipe out your entire savings.
Wait.
Where you download a malicious application. Let's not click a link.
In recent years, Singapore has witnessed a concerning surge in the frequency of sophistication of scams. You got your love scam lah, then now last year was job scam. From elaborate online phishing to impersonation scams, the number and type of fraudulent activities have increased significantly. What do you all think about scams being the #1 crime in Singapore?
I know that it was happening. I didn't know how severe it actually is. Then after that, I found out that it's severe. It seems more, it's like your eyes open, you know. Now, everywhere I go, that's a scam, that's a scam, that's a scam, that's
Wow.
a scam.
I think scams has evolved to the virtual world that we are constantly on. And I think that's where scammers have taken the opportunity to really capitalize on our needs and desires, what we want. And that's why scams have shot up, especially after COVID, where we have gone a little bit more digital. with purchasing stuff online, befriending people online, keeping connected.
Yeah, I think like in every invention, also be aware of the exploitations that can come with it. So like cryptocurrency, you know, you have decentralized money. But now because of this decentralized money, there's also a potential for scammers to exploit that. So if you have not learned in that area, then be extra careful if you're trying to deal with it.
Talking about crypto and technology, right? As technology advances, we have new things like AI and deepfakes. How does that affect scams, you feel?
Maybe I can start with like what I see on like social media. Like I see posts or like articles or like videos of maybe a celebrity or well-reputed person or government official advocating for some investment stuff, which when you look at it, it seems ridiculous. But at the same hand, when someone reputable presents something, even though it's AI or what, just looking at it, you wouldn't know. I think that's actually really dangerous because people might try to follow and try to click on the link to find out what it is. And sometimes clicking on the link itself might already be a mistake. Yeah.
CSA came up with an advisory about how to identify deepfakes and AIs. It's definitely not perfect, but it's definitely going to give you some sense of what you should look out for.
As someone who is like be looking at AI and technology nowadays, right? I feel like it's at a stage where it's still you can tell that it's fake, right? But looking at the progression for like in the past few months and years, right? I think at the speed that we are going for AI and deepfake, right, it's gonna be even more believable in time to come in super fast time, I feel.
What do you all feel about how scams have impacted Singapore as a society?
There's always good people, there's always bad people, there's always like, you know, it's a balance lah.
I think that it becomes a very philosophical question.
It
You
is,
know what I mean? Like if there's no scams in Singapore, there will always be something
Scholar
like
Zaki.
cheating, like I don't know, selling ice to Eskimos. I don't know. So can there be a world without scams? I hope and wish and want to, but I guess for now the best that we can do is to defend ourselves and our community and the people around us. That's our best bet.
Is it possible to be in a world without scams? We have been there, right? But it's just evolved because of the platform availability, living our lives on the internet, and they're just capitalizing on all these things. As we evolve, the scam tactics are just going to evolve. It's really like the virus, they will try to survive.
Okay, I want to ask Rosie, because all of us, we come from a perspective of normal Singaporeans. We're trying our best, but you are in the field. Do you feel hopeful of Singaporeans' education about scam through your work? Or do you feel like this awareness is something quite diminishing among Singaporeans?
I think if we can make any difference, it's a good enough difference. But if I were to say, I feel, it's not hopeful, we cannot do anything about it, that's not true. Because if we can just prevent, even if it's 1, 2 of our own friends, our own family members, I think it makes a difference.
Yeah.
Do you think Singaporeans generally are aware of scams or not?
The scammers have this motto, right, that is very powerful. It's actually in Mandarin, but in English it's like, there's no one in the world that cannot be scammed. It's just whether we have the right script for you. Yeah.
The Singapore government has implemented a lot of measures to combat scams, like awareness campaigns through agencies like Singapore Police Force to educate the public. But Rosie, do you feel like this is a continued effort? What's your thoughts about the general understanding of scams in Singapore?
I think the government is trying our best to have upstream measures, whether is it legislative changes, public education outreach that we are doing to really try to target and raise awareness. And I think people generally are aware, but as mentioned also by Lynn, people take it for granted. Individuals really need to play their part. We should take the effort to block and report, help other people who may not be so discerning, who may not realize that a post on Facebook might actually be a scam advertisement. So if we see the signs, we block and report to the platform, it's helping someone else.
I know you are doing a lot of outreach stuff.
That's right.
So what have SPF done to educate people with the latest in the scam industry?
Various ways to reach out to the members of public, whether is it mass media. We do involve some influencers. We do try to be on platforms like this with you guys so that we can share that message to people who are on different parts of the community. Right, we work with different government agencies as well to reach out to different groups of people, like either migrant workers, migrant domestic workers. We work with NGOs on these groups of people. We also work with ambassadors, whether is it from the silver generation or digital for life ambassadors, to try to send the message out as their high touch points with the community. Like I said, we are our best bet in fighting scams because we can be the person that our mothers, fathers, family and friends turn to and say, "Yeah, I don't know what to do with this. What's this, ah?" And then we will be able to say, "Yeah, straight up, scam. Block and report."
Yeah.
Don't
Download
respond.
Scam Shield, guys.
Yes, download Scam Shield. That is under ad security measures.
Download Scam Shield today.
Can we talk about younger generation in terms of like social media? Right? That's the best way to reach out to them. How about older generation? What do you guys feel like what's the best way to reach out to the older generation?
If anything, they can follow the NCPC WhatsApp channel. We will provide the link, right? And that channel at least provides them with up-to-date weekly updates on the scam trends. There is the NCPC Scam Alert website, which will provide the link as well. And you can go there and check for similar situations that you might be faced with. There is also a hotline you can call and verify whether or not the situation you're faced with is a scam. And maybe they can share it with their own friends and families.
How do you think the digital landscape will evolve in terms of scamming tactics?
I think even celebrities, we've seen how celebrities have had their profiles misused, right? And they've come out to say, "Hey, this is not what I'm endorsing. This is not me."
Yeah.
The next question for you, because just now you said about how a friend that got scammed, but then her confidence took a toll.
Yeah.
And it's a bit like psychology, right?
Yeah.
And there's a stigma, especially amongst younger people, that if you kena scam, you're stupid. And it's not helpful in like trying to make this knowledge mainstream.
It's also important to acknowledge that has happened and those feelings are there, and you're not wrong or stupid or whatever. It's just that scams can be very insidious, manipulative, and witty, and anyone can be scammed. So it's not so much of a question of whether you're intelligent or not.
If you ever feel like you are a victim of scam and you need certain resources available in the community, the SPF has a resource guide that is available where you can look at some options to speak to someone and have that level of confidence to share your experience, so as to let out the emotional burden that comes with losing monetary loss as well. Right.
Oh, that's good.
You got any one advice that you can tell the audience on scam prevention?
Well, for me, if it's too good to be true, don't trust it, man.
Don't fall into scarcity. If someone says, if you miss this opportunity, it's going to be over. That's not true. There's always opportunities. And don't act impulsively without finding out what the source of the site or whatever that you are dealing with is from.
It's better to ask than to lose your money, right? It's better to check than to lose your money.
It's also actually wise to ask.
Yeah.
Well, so many gems today.
Today,
Like just now, you guys are really working.
On form.
Let's play something. Last game for you guys. Let's play something even more practical.
Okay.
Guess what's the name of the game?
Take out your phone and send money to Eileen. I love that game.
No,
That's a great idea. Oh, sorry.
It's called reply and deny. Enough with all the talk. Let's see whether our guests will reply or deny with these situations that I'm going to hand over. The first situation, you get a message from your partner asking for your credit card OTP to approve a transaction.
OTP, no OTP. I still can buy using my credit card. Deny.
Deny, okay.
Deny for different reasons.
In 3, 2, 1. Oh, okay, everybody deny.
The bank says we should never send our OTP to anybody.
Correct. A financial advisor is requesting for your personal details to sign up for a financial plan.
Personal information is private to you, right? It should not be easily passed on to anybody, whether it's OTP or your SingPass, for example. It's all personal to you. If there's no context of who this person is, you've never met the person, you cannot verify, why would you give out your personal information?
Okay, so you spotted a great deal for a new camera on Carousel. But the seller requests an immediate transfer of the funds as they have other buyers also. So you see a bit more real like this one.
Yeah, this one. I believe that I need to see the camera first. I need to physically meet up because Carousel, right? You need to first meet up the person, then you need to check the item, then you pass the money. That's how Carousel works for me, at least.
The next one, let's just say a pretty and handsome man. Let's just say your last time, I don't know which school you go, your crush add you on Facebook. And or your crush add you on Facebook with so many mutual friends. Will you accept? Okay, let's start with them first. Then later
Okay,
we get
okay. Let's go.
I think like being Facebook friends or not for me, maybe because I'm older, it's not an indication of friendship. If you really wanted to make contact at some point, right, social media don't matter as much for me.
The thing is that for me, Facebook is very harmless. Like they add me, then add me lah. If I know the person with mutual friends, with like updates, actual updates, then I will just accept lah. Because like this person could be just like trying to reconnect with old friends.
As long as they don't raise the red flag.
Yeah,
to ask you
as
for
long
money,
as they don't raise the red flag lah.
maybe,
Yeah.
yeah.
We come to the end already. You got anything you want to tell the audience about scam? We go from...
Anyone can fall for scams, so always it's better to be more careful and don't act impulsively and don't be so eager to give your money away too quickly.
I think what I learned from today is more like, okay, do your research, and if it's too good to be true, relax first, and then just take a 5-minute breather, and then sharing is caring. I think sharing is always helping someone.
I think one of my key learning points is really normalizing the conversation about scams, because I feel like there's some sort of attachment to like embarrassment, being stupid, and it's a bit like mental health lah. The more we talk about it, the better society get, right? Yeah. Okay, Rosie, take it away.
So I think the points that's been raised by panelists as we sum up this session is really, the important thing is everyone is vulnerable, right? The thing you can do is to act against scams, check some of the security measures to protect yourself physically, whether is it Scam Shield, antivirus apps on your mobile devices. You can also add on your social media accounts your 2FA to make sure that, you know, if anyone tries to access it, you're aware. Banking apps, you can add the transaction limits. So no matter what, you'll be alerted and there's a limit, right? So these are the actions that you can take. There is also the check actions, which includes checking with official sources, checking if there are red flags, and things to look out for, verifying with Scam Alert website or the NCPC helpline, and of course TELL, T-E-L-L, which is to tell your family and friends, report suspicious activities to the platforms itself, and report to the police and the bank. If you ever feel that you are a victim, immediately call your bank. That's the first thing I would say also.
If you guys want all the links, it's in the description now. Yeah.
Including Cheng's phone number.
And your QR code.
And my QR code.
But all of you cannot touch Rosie still. She won't accept your friend request. Anyway, I'm Zaki, your host, and that's today's episode. Thank you.
Thank you.
If you like this video,
Please like,
Share.
Comments
and
subscribe.